seeing Seraphine played in ADC got me curious about it. Because, yeah, like, I like a lot of the ADC champions, so if, like, some AP champions are mixed in there, that really makes me want to play bot lane again. I could play, like, Kai'Sa, Seraphine, I don't know, Ezreal, have some kind of lineup like that. That would be really fun. And I know you mentioned you were curious about support, and like having a duo definitely makes bot lane a lot more appealing as well. And yeah, playing Legends of Runeterra really made me want to get into League, so it's just all sorts of things. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do some Hildibrand. If you wanted to do the weekly raid, we could do that. But yeah, otherwise I'd be probably do stuff for about an hour, but I'd be down to play a few games today.
Okay.
But yeah, yeah, I'll probably mute so I can. Do you want to get caught up on the Hildibrand stuff before the relic weapons come out, so I can work on those? Because that is going to be a requirement. So I'm gonna do that for a little bit. Probably mute myself. Alright. Okay, yes. Alright, this is Master Gear of the East Aldernod Trading Company and father of the bride. Let's see what he can tell us. I don't remember what was happening. I think this was the start of the next chapter. You're not one of my associates. The banquet is for invited guests only. You have no business here. Be on your way at once. Beg pardon, good sir. My name is Ellie, reporter for the Mithril Eye. I might have just a moment of... Ah, yes, the two-gill sensationalist rag. I read your tiresome screed about the self-styled phantom thief and his letter of challenge. If you have come to tell me my daughter's in danger, I can assure you that your concern is entirely unwarranted. I have not kept my Arabella safe to this day to see her whisked away from me by some fly-by-night rogue. I've spared no expense in securing the best protection that money can buy. Oh my gosh, what is this? Kinda dig it. The Brass Blades of the Gerbera, an elite unit of the most lethal swordsmen in the Sultanate. They say one of them once caused a man's heart to burst just by looking at him askance. The moment they set eyes on the would-be thief will be his last. The thief is obliging enough to allow himself to be seen. Or do those goggles serve some purpose other than making the wearer look utterly ridiculous? Meatheads! Yay, we got some meatheads. Consulting Inspector Brereton. Your reputation precedes you. And what, pray tell, would you propose? I have promised some of the wealthiest men in the realm that my daughter will be attending the festivities. To renege on my word would have dire implications for the family trade. My proposal is a simple one. Entrust the investigation to me. The thief will be in shackles before the banquet commences. It will cost you not a whit of your precious skill. Very well. Let us see if your reputation is deserved. Consider yourself warned. Greater fortunes than you will ever know hinge upon this banquet. I will not tolerate any disturbances. Such touching concern for his coin purse, if only could muster the same for his daughter. But do tell, Inspector, after he slipped under our noses the last time, what makes you so confident that you can catch our thief this time around? A man may boast 1,000 faces, but he has but a single modus operandi, and it is painfully obvious. A letter of challenge. A precious treasure whisked away from its rightful owner in the broad light of day. This tells me that our thief is an attention seeker with supreme confidence in his abilities. Doubtless he means to target the maiden using the same methods he used to abscond with the treaty blade. Even now, the fiend is in our midst, having assumed the identity of someone who will be in close proximity to Miss Arabella at the feast. I've already narrowed the field. Arabella's betrothed, Vanas, would be an obvious target for our thief. So too would be his father, Morgant. Gosh, I'm so excited for this. Wait. What? Okay. Yato Nato and his wife, Sayana, the guests of honor, will give a toast to the couple's happiness. Both will be standing close to the stage where the bride-to-be is set to appear. So interesting. Needless to say, we cannot rule out Gugeru himself. Finally, we have Luenhot, a steward of Gugeremu's estate and Miss Arabella's personal attendant. Wait, did he disappear? He was definitely there a few seconds ago. Interesting. Where'd he go? Oh wait, he's over here. Is that the same guy? Okay. Interesting. I don't know if that's supposed to mean anything. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. All the key players, save for the Lapis Maiden herself, have assembled in Costa del Sol. Doubtless the Phantom Thief lurks among them, his face concealed, gathering information, planning his course of action. We will begin our questioning of the suspects immediately. Should you encounter any suspicious individuals, you are to report back to me at once. There we go. Hildibrand Manderville. I could smell the stench of idiocy and incompetence from a mile away. Hildy, oh no. The pleasure's all mine, contriving Inspector Brerdian. Forgive me for not revealing myself sooner. I was simply conducting a bit of preliminary, undercover, investigative work. I think he has a fish on his head. I think the fish is the thing steaming. Did he get slapped with the fish? Yet to see through my ingenious disguise with such ease. Yes, I dare say your powers of observation rival even my own. Fear not, friends. I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, have arrived to defend the maiden's honor as only a Manderville man can. Man, they really like Hildibrand getting knocked out. The fish is still on his... Oh my gosh. These two! This in Manderville. How is this the same game as everything else? He does realize there's still fish on his head, doesn't he? Good Inspector, I realize we may not have seen eye to monocle in the past, but a fair maiden's virtue, mayhap her very life, is at stake. From one gentleman to another, let us put aside our differences. Yes, I would welcome your assistance in this case. Me? Assist you? Aren't you a funny man? Oh, it makes no matter. My plan is so flawless that not even your bungling can interfere this time. If you wish to assist me, you may do so by keeping watch over the suspects. The sound is really underrated. I feel like it is great. In the meantime, I have a promising lead to investigate. I shall return before the banquet begins. While I know this may be asking you much, do try not to do anything too stupid in my absence. Will you? I would speak with you, but not here. I'll be waiting for you outside Costa del Sol. Come quickly. We do not have the luxury of time. Wait, where are we talking? Oh, I have it hidden. Whoopsies. No, I don't have it hidden. Oh, okay, I did have it hidden. Oh, it's been a few days since you saw me in 14. Kind of finished my Black Mage and Red Mage glamour. Wanted to show it real quick. I got rid of the suit. Got some armor. Kind of fleshed out the purple a little bit. So I'm really happy with how this turned out. There's like little bits of red on the boots, which was really lucky. So I was like trying to find something that kind of had a little bit of red here. So yeah, definitely better than the pantsuit. But yeah, I really like this one. And then also still works pretty well for Black Mage. The cane has a little bit of red in a way. Summoner, unfortunately, I don't have a good book. I might just get the purple book, but yeah, these two I'm very happy with right now. I have to be a combat job, I do. It's my best investigator glamour. Beacon breaker. I don't have many glamours right now that are very investigative. This is really important, I know. Yeah, we'll go with the lightning outfit. You've come. Excellent. With that buffoon suitably distracted, we can get to more important matters. Before we proceed, what might I call you? An unremarkable name, but it will suffice. Now answer me, Celestia. You were there when the Phantom Thief, in the guise of Lady Dorilda, stole off with the treaty blade. Is there anything about our foe's disguise that struck you as particularly noteworthy? I know! I need to make a Hildibrand outfit. Maybe that'll be the next outfit I make. So next time we do it, we'll have full investigator. I could probably do like a Sherlock Holmes type cosplay. Are there any other investigators? Maybe I'll have to think. If you have any ideas, let me know. Definitely looking for some inspiration. I don't remember. This was too long ago. That is for me to know. The perfect mannerisms. Maybe. Intriguing. Where most would point out the sheer physical perfection of the skies, you turn an eye within. A thorough inspection of the mask left behind at the scene revealed a tiny prism sewn into the fabric. It is this stone that allows him to change appearances at will. And yet, like you, this was of secondary concern to me. The movements and mannerisms to that utterly obnoxious personality, the thief did not merely look like Lady Dorilda, he was her. Such a feat could not be accomplished by magical trickery alone. You're dealing with a clever and thorough criminal. Not content to rely on his ample powers of disguise, he studies his targets closely before assuming their identities. He emulates them utterly and completely, that not even their closest friends or family could detect that aught is amiss. All the key players arrived at Costa del Sol 3 days ago, when preparations for the banquet began. This would afford our thief more than enough time to study his would-be target. And yet, some disguises are more challenging than others. Put yourself in the mind of our phantom, Celestia. If you were the thief, whose identity would you first assume? A brass blade. Precisely. Clearly, you're far less useless than the bumbling inspector whose company you keep. Strong in number, few of words, able to come and go as they please. A fearsome reputation to scare away any who would draw near enough to realize something was amiss. An ideal entry into Costa del Sol for our man. Deducing as much, I made a point to question brass blades in the area. Little to my surprise, I learned that there was one man who had not been seen at his favorite alehouse for 3 days past. A thief has not made a habit of wanton murder. Doubtless the poor man is lying naked in a ditch not far from here. In addition to general security duties, each of the blades has been assigned to serve as bodyguard for one or more of the guests. The man can tell us of his assigned charge, like as not. His answer will reveal the current identity of our thief. Our thief would not have had the time to carry the unconscious man far. I will canvass the immediate area. You begin search on the outskirts of Costa del Sol. Alright, I'm ready for the craziness to begin. So I think I'm gonna go back to Gunbreaker. I don't like the helmet in that outfit. Over here. I'll have to update that for next time as well. Hey, look who we found. We're so good at this. We're not alone. Excellent. You are one of the less incompetent assistants I've worked with. Oh, also I made the face cam a little bit bigger. So if it seems too big, let me know. But I was watching I noticed a lot of the other streamers that I watch had it like a lot bigger than I normally have it. So I think it's actually still smaller than a number of other people, but I'm pretty happy with this, or happier with this size. So I think it's actually outside. There we go. Okay, that's good to hear. Okay. Thank the gods. Please free me from these chains before the snippers eat me alive. There. Now tell me all that you can remember about what happened to you, and try to be brief. We just arrived in Costa del Sol. Had a briefing of sorts. Master Guguremu gave us each our orders, who we'd be looking after and the like. Had a mind to tour the area, get my bearings. Next thing I knew, I felt a thwack on the back of my head. Came to, here I was, stripped to the skivvies. Much to the chagrin of those of us who have to look at you. You say you received orders from Master Guguremu. Who was to be your charge? My memory's hazy, but... one was Morgant, father of the groom. The other was Lalafell and Gent from Limpsa. Yalto Nato. Now try your best to remember. Are there any other guests with whom you're ordered to interact? Come to think of it, yes. There's also the steward, Leuenhardt. Was to view with him the schedule of events, discuss the protection of key supplies, that sort of thing. Morgant, Yalto Nato, and Leuenhardt. Thank you. For an incompetent fool, your testimony has proved astonishingly enlightening. I Shall see this man back to the city and into the possession of some new clothes, after which I shall return to Costa del Sol to continue the investigation. Go on ahead of me, for the love of the gods. Just make sure that imbecile doesn't cause too much trouble in my absence. Alright, I'm ready for some craziness to begin. We have a mystery. We have Hildibrand. I feel like stuff's about to go down. Hildibrand. Ah, there you are, friend, and not a moment too soon, for I was about to commence my inspection in earnest. Tell me, did your and Inspector Braden's avenue of inquiry bear fruit? Morgrant, Yatonato, and the steward Lewenhart, you say? This does not surprise me. Yes, I considered them all exceptionally suspicious from the start. The Lapis made it in danger. We can not afford a moment's delay. I, Hildibrand, shall have our thief in shackles before the Inspector returns. Fear not, friend. The Inspector shall be none the wiser. Ha ha. If he had hoped to nab the fiend for himself, he should not have simplified the task for me so. Ah, there is one of our suspects standing suspiciously under that canopy over there. Just you wait, fiend. Shall rip the mask from your face and reveal you for the rogue that you are. Oh no. Hildibrand! Don't do it. Oh. All I've done to raise Arabella to a beautiful young woman has been in anticipation of this day. I've never been more proud to call myself her father. I am Vance, heir to the chairmanship of the Brugier Consortium. Who exactly were you again? What are you gonna do? The lucky father of the groom-to-be, or the fiend who would sully the maiden's virtue. In a matter of moments, all shall be revealed. Stand back, friend. The man we pursue is a criminal mastermind. A mere slip of the tongue could put our case. May our very lives in danger. But have no fear. Miss Ellie, ready your quill, that you might record my every word as I employ the time-honored art of parley, handed down from Manderville men of ages past to reveal our foe. I can think of a few topics that would interest my readers less than your blatherings. Just catch the thief so I can have my story, would you? Poor Hildibrand. He's so taken aback. Don't worry, Inspector. I brought my quill and journal too. Your adoring fans won't miss a word. Capital. This is why you are my favorite assistant, Nashu. Now behold as I ensnare our prey with a web of words leading to his inevitable demise. Good day, Mr. Guguremu. A fine day it must be, for you most of all. Allow me to offer my most heartfelt congratulations on your betrothal to the enchanting Miss Arabella. What is this nonsense? Arabella is my daughter, you... Just who in the seven hells are you, anyway? Gods? Gods! Now hold your chocobos, Guguremu. I recognize the lad. This is Hildibrand, Agent of Enquiry and Inspector Extraordinaire. Come to save the lovely lass from the crutches of the Phantom Thief, Abby. I reckon we owe the man our gratitude, eh, Vanus? The Phantom Thief. Balderdash and rot, if you ask me. That said, my betrothed must be quite the beauty indeed to have such rumors told about her. Perhaps she's worthy of me after all. Ha ha ha. He exudes an unusual degree of confidence for such an effete, fashion-challenged youth. Most suspicious. It's a damn sight easier on the eyes than you. I love Ellie. He's such an idiot. That's me, Vans. Ever calm in the face of danger. Truly his father's son. A worthy heir to the bourgeois consortium, and a worthy match for my daughter, I must say. Yes, I foresee many years of prosperity for our families. Or family, I should say. Ho 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 ho. Which reminds me, Master Vans, Arabella asked me to convey her gratitude to you for the golden clasp you sent some months ago. It has not left her neck since the day. Oh, that little trinket, 'twas nothing. Tell your daughter the greatest treasure in the realm will be hers once we are wed. Ha ha. The time-honored Manderville art of parley. You'd be sleeping with the fishes now had Morgott not spoke up on your behalf. That said, nothing about the interactions between the three struck me as particularly unnatural. Let's not rush to conclusions, Miss Ellie. The gentleman fancies a more methodical approach. Yes, everything is proceeding according to my master plan. Whoops. Supposed to be taking this down, wasn't I? Everything is proceeding according to my master plan. I sought only to earn the trust of the families before confronting Yeltonato and Leeuwenhoek, who have aroused my suspicion from the start. Come, we have a thief to apprehend. Bonds is my own flesh and blood. I think I already said that. Okay. Oh boy. Yeltonato and Leeuwenhoek. One of the two wears a mask, but which? The few words? All will be revealed. Renting out Master Gugera's private property would be almost unthinkable for most folk. But Gil talks. Neither the Brugier Consortium nor the East Aldernaud Trading Company are in any danger of running their coffers dry. Oh, how I am looking forward to meeting Miss Arabella. Say many a song is sung of her beauty. Ah, let me click him. Oh no, what's gonna happen this time? I've not seen your faces around here. With the East Aldernaud Trading Company, are ye? Why, yes, good sir, very much with them. Some might even say we are the East Aldernaud Trading Company. Ha 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 ha. Oh, pleasure to meet ye. Do tell, is the Lapis Maiden as lovely as they say? Sanaya here is no slouch herself. Like me, she's getting on in years. No offense intended, my dear. Oh, but where are me manners? Yeltonato of the Brugier Consortium, and this is me wife, Sayana. I look forward to many profitable dealings with you and yours in the moon in years to come. I dare say this wedding and the joining together of our family businesses couldn't be happening at a better time. Oh, with all manner of fell beasts and beastmen taking aim at our wares. Why, just the other day, a shipment of imported foodstuffs was waylaid by the Mandragoras. Nasty buggers, the lot of them. If I were 20 years younger, I'd dice them up myself and make salad out of. You have heard of the Mandragoras, haven't ye? But of course! I once spent a year honing body and mind with the Fist of Raugar. My fellow monks and I would chant several hundred mantra worsets a day. And your food stores were occasionally raided by the ruthless band of rogue vegetables known as the Mandragoras, yes? Would it kill you to read them with your eye and educate yourself from time to time? A fearsome lot, they say they are. Rumor has it they'll not rest until every fruit or vegetable harvested for consumption has been freed from captivity. Why, they struck at the larder here just days ago. Supplies were decimated. Fear not, me lady. I was able to arrange for an emergency shipment to replace the stolen produce. It arrived safely some time ago. Settle down, Sayana. Forgive me, wife. She's always saying how meat is bad for a figure. With that, I'd best go prepare my speech. Carry on, lads. Criminy. None of those three were suspicious in the least. We must not give up hope, lest he of many faces have the last laugh. Where there is a will, a gentleman shall find a way. Come, Nashu, we must move quickly, or the Lapis Maiden shall not be the only one to come to harm. You speak so fast, Inspector. Sign of a quick mind, I'm sure. Now where was I? Give up hope. He of many faces will last laugh. The Lapis Maiden shall not be the only one to come to harm. I'm not sure that captures the Inspector's intended meaning. But this is no time for us to be standing around. Inspector Braden will be back any moment now. He's not the type to suffer excuses. Quite so, Miss Ellie. Fortunately, I have a plan. Let us investigate the foodstuffs of which Master Lewenhart spoke. Should we find any contradictions in his testimony, we can consider the man a prime suspect. Inspector Brereton will be back before long. Come, Nashu, this is no time to delay. Look at this. Now there's water, now there isn't. Now there's water. Oh my gosh. Why are these two like this? Some of those coconuts don't look like coconuts. Those crates must contain the foodstuffs of which Master Lewenhart spoke. At a glance, they do not appear suspicious, but our investigation must not be deterred. Well. Crates of assorted foodstuffs and a veritable host of luscious-looking coconuts. It appears that our man Lewenhart spoke true. Ye gads! Are those explosives I spy concealed amongst these coconuts? Perhaps I spoke in haste. It would appear we have found our phantom thief after all. Oh, those are mine, Inspector. I was looking for a place to set them down, you see. Those coconuts were looking awfully lonely. Oh my gosh. Nashu, far be it from me to cast doubt on your choice of hobbies, but what in the name of the 12 would possess you to bring your creations to an investigation? Well, they were so helpful in jogging your memory that one time. I just thought... does this mean you won't be needing this piece of driftwood either? Your enthusiasm is always admirable, Nashu, but in this event I fear it's somewhat misdirected. Now set the driftwood down over there and concentrate on taking your notes like the astute assistant you are. I say, we are most fortunate that confounding Inspector Brereton is otherwise occupied at the moment. Were he to chance upon this scene, he would veritably explode in rage. Now, let us dispose of these things before an errant ember sends us all to a fiery demise. Confounding Inspector Brereton. Explode a fiery demise. Got it! Are you sure about that? Uh-oh. Don't look now, but someone has returned at the absolute worst possible time. You two are supposed to be keeping an eye on the suspects and staying out of trouble, yes? Inspector will have a fit if he sees you here. But Miss Ellie, should Inspector Brereton come upon these explosives, the consequences will be even more dire. Celestia and I will see that the Inspector keeps a wide berth at this beach. You two just get out of here and be quick about it. Quick thinking, Miss Ellie. Come, Nashu. We shall return for your creations once Inspector Brereton has been led safely from the scene. Investigation calls us. We must heed its cry. Oh my goodness. It was a close call. Those are some big coconuts. Still doing alright, Ghost? Hello, hello.